What's up YouTube, Deluxe here today, and I'm giving you guys a review on Spider-Man Homecoming. Now Spider-Man Homecoming is about Peter Parker, with the help of Tony Stark, trying to balance his life as an ordinary high school student in New York City, while fighting crime as his superhero alter ego, Spider-Man, when new threats emerge. I gotta say, Spider-Man Homecoming is a great movie, which is provided by great direction by Jon Watts. Having the movie set in high school throughout the entire film definitely gives it that John Hughes feel. And this time around, we actually get to see Spider-Man struggle with being a regular kid and trying to be a superhero at the same time. But let's talk about Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Yeah, we got a little taste of him in Captain America Civil War, which he was great in. Now we get to see what he can truly do leading a Spider-Man film, and he does an amazing job able to bring out the intelligence and awkwardness with Peter Parker versus his quick wit and cockiness as Spider-Man. Also like how in this film is Peter's still trying to find himself as a hero. He wants to be accepted as part of the Avengers because he really loves being Spider-Man versus being Penis Parker. I didn't come up with that name. That was one of the nicknames Flash Thompson gave him in the movie, which was honestly a terrible nickname. Why call him Penis Parker? Where did he get that name from? Did he like show off his penis in kindergarten or something? It's a weird insult in my opinion, but just go with it. Also, Spider-Man Homecoming has a well-rounded cast with Jacob Batalon as Ned, who's Peter Parker's best friend. He discovers his identity pretty early in the film, so they become a team, help each other out when it comes to trying to track down the Vulture and his group here and there. He definitely has some funny moments in this movie that I'm not going to spoil. And then you have Marissa Tomei as Aunt May. Now this incarnation of Aunt May is not just more youthful than the previous iteration, she actually is more involved in Peter's life, and she's just a lot more fun overall. Then you have Laura Harrier as Liz, who's the love interest of Peter Parker. Now when I first saw the trailers for Spider-Man Homecoming, I didn't know how this relationship was going to play out, but as you were introduced to Liz throughout this movie, you understand why she would fall for Peter Parker. And then you have Tony Red Valori, who I like to call Tony Ravioli, but that's just me. He plays Flash Thompson. They're trying to make this version of Flash more realistic, if you will, because not every bully in the world is some large, tall jock just beating up on nerds all the time. And then you have Adrian Toomes, aka the Vulture, who's played by Michael Keaton, who you may know as the Batman from the 1980s Tim Burton film. He plays a great villain in this film. He's quite relatable. There's a lot of depth to the character. I was a bit hesitant about the Vulture being a villain in this movie, seeing that it's just a guy with wings. Like, how intimidating can this guy be? And Michael Keaton manages to pull it off. Now, another concern I had with Spider-Man Homecoming was the involvement of Iron Man within this film. Some people thought it was going to be more like an Iron Man 4 versus a true Spider-Man movie. And I can assure you that Tony Stark does have a minor role within this film. He only appears in the movie like 4 times, and they're really small scenes. So there's nothing to worry about when it comes to Iron Man's involvement within this film. But I will say there is a scene in the trailer where you see Spider-Man and Iron Man swinging together. That does not happen in the movie, so be aware of that. And I also really liked how Spider-Man Homecoming balanced the amount of Easter eggs and what they can set up for future Spider-Man films compared to Spider-Man 3 or The Amazing Spider-Man 2, where they're forcing it down your throat. Now, I'm not going to give away what was teased or was referenced throughout this movie, but if you're a big Spider-Man fan, you'll probably know it when you see it. And the action in this film was relatively good. It didn't blow me away compared to previous Spider-Man films. They managed to put Spider-Man in situations that I actually haven't seen before, whether it's fighting in a suburban area, fighting on a plane, going to different cities such as Washington, D.C. Also, the film had well-balanced humor. There's a lot of laugh out loud moments within this movie. A lot of the jokes felt natural and didn't feel forced down our throats. And it was mostly the supporting cast that gave the best comedic moments. Now, the only negative I have with Spider-Man Homecoming is the spider suit. I feel like the suit can just do too much. I'm okay with the web tasers, the web grenade, the web tracker, be a one-size-fits-all by a press of a button. But there are a few other gadgets within the suit that kind of take me out of the film. Yes, I understand Iron Man did create the suit, so it would make sense for him to have all these different gadgets. But there are certain things that I feel like add too much to the suit. But overall, Spider-Man Homecoming is able to capture the true essence of Spider-Man and is woven in perfectly within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with Tom Holland giving a great performance as the iconic wall crawler. Michael Keaton is able to bring a lot of depth and relatability to the Vulture, and the film brings in new elements to the Spider-Man character that make this film fun, engaging, and scenes that bring out the best that Spider-Man has to offer. So I'm going to give Spider-Man Homecoming an 8.5 out of 10. If I had to rank all 6 Spider-Man movies, I'd probably go The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, The Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Spider-Man 2. Also, there are 2 post-credit scenes for this film, so make sure you stay through all the credits. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. What are your thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming? Like, subscribe for more content of me. I'm DMLX. I'll see you in the future.